Hey folks, Matt from artoftheimage.com. Hot on the heels of talking about the successor to the Nikon D810, the 820 or the 850, whatever Nikon wants to call it. You can check that out in the last video. We have a lot of talk as well, and there's been talk for some time now, about a very high megapixel Sony camera. Some people have speculated that the A7R Mark III will be what their high megapixel pro flagship will be, that it will be an 80 megapixel sensor. But there's also been talk of late of an Alpha 9, so say a Sony A9, or they may just call it an Alpha 9, but a 70 to 80 megapixel mirrorless pro level camera from Sony with very high pro level specs, dual XQD card slots, virtually unlimited shot buffer, and definitely, like a pro body, like waterproof and very durable pro series body. This is really interesting, especially to Sony people, because, that would yet again be following Sony's example, not just their example, but their history of late of constantly moving the bar up and moving the bar forward and rocking the boat. I mean, they've been a real pain in the butt to Nikon and Canon in the sense of they just keep going forward and forward and forward and not sitting on their laurels like some would argue Nikon and Canon do, in the sense of they are content with the market share they have and they're not bringing out enough progressive stuff in new cameras, enough new progressive advancements in cameras fast enough. Certainly Sony has been far ahead of them as far as pace of advancements and new and interesting features in cameras. Love them or hate them, you really can't argue that fact. And now, with the rumors and the speculation and the talk of an Alpha 9, an A9, whatever you want to call it, but a 70 to 80 megapixel Sony sensor, full frame, pro mirrorless body. This is pretty interesting. This is beyond even Nikon and Canon offerings and targeting into, medium format, Pentax medium format, into Hasselblad and into Phase 1 and the various medium format manufacturers. This could be quite an impressive camera, and it really could start advancing much faster the market share of Sony. I mean, Sony's been the one taking a big bite out of Canon and Nikon market share, and arguably Fuji as well. I mean, Fuji has a unique offering and they've been doing very well, especially with the X-T2 coming with 4K. Mind-blowing what that camera will do. And Fuji's looking at medium format. So this could be what Sony, they see that on the horizon. So they're preparing themselves by having an offering that could compete. Maybe this camera is a new lens mount. Maybe this is going to be a medium format camera from Sony. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you think about the rumors and the talk of this high megapixel camera from Sony? Do you think it's going to be like a pro level mirrorless, something like an A9, an Alpha 9? Do you think it might be mirrorless from Sony? Maybe already anticipating, or they know something we don't know, maybe some industrial espionage, that Fuji is coming out with medium format and they want to be prepared to counter that. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Let's discuss this. Where do you think Sony's going with their lineup? Do you think this new high megapixel camera is coming? And what do you think it is? Let me know in the comments below. Let's discuss it a bit. This is always a fun exercise, a fun thought exercise to think about what might be coming. And I always love to hear from you guys, because there's a lot of times you guys think of things that I hadn't thought of, and it makes me think, and then that's fun. So thanks for tuning in, folks. Stay tuned, and we'll be back soon here at artoftheimage.com.